Once upon a time at the Princess Academy of Art was Career Day with a very special guest speaker from the musical Cats.
So, do you guys have any questions? Ooh, me, I have one. So, can you do the splits?
Heck yeah, I can.
OMG. Woohoo!
Thank you so much for having me here to speak about my career, but I have to go to rehearsal now. Bye!
Bye, Kelly!
You were amazing. You guys did such a wonderful job being such good guests of our speaker. Do you guys have any questions?
What kind of jobs did you have before you were a teacher?
Well, ladies, there was a time before this where I was a studio photographer.
Just hold it
Right there. Oh, it's perfect! And I was also a graphic designer. Maybe... there we go. And I was also a makeup artist.
So, Miss J, why did you become a teacher?
Well, something inside just didn't feel right. I wanted to teach people to do all of the many things I love to do. I wanted to teach people to embrace creativity and show them just how important art is to all aspects of life.
Wow, Miss J.
Whoa! Would you tell us the story of how you became a teacher? It all started at Azusa Pacific University, a Christian university that held the same Christian values I have, and I could grow and develop into the teacher that God has called me to become. You know all the cool and exciting technology-rich activities we do right here at the Princess Academy? Well, I learned how to teach using all sorts of technology in the Digital Teaching and Learning Master's program.
Wow, that sounds so fun!
Oh, it was so fun, and I got to do so many cool projects in my classes. I even met two really great friends of mine, Emily and Amanda, in the master's program.
What kind of projects did you do in your classes?
Well, in a class called EDUC 511, Foundations in Digital Teaching and Learning, I used to use digital portfolio and organizational resources like Symbaloo and LiveBinder. This is actually where you could go see all the work I've done for this master's program. Isn't that neat? It keeps it all nice and safely in one place so people can easily access it and navigate through it. It's like a binder, but live. And do you girls remember the name tag project that we did earlier this year on the web quest? Well, I actually created that web quest for this class, EDUC 512, where we learned all sorts of ways to use instructional applications and productivity software, just like this web quest.
Oh yeah, we love that project!
And listen to this audio story assignment I did in my EDUC 514 class, Digital Video in the Classroom.
A hand, agent of the mind, and yet separate from all thought. All his effort goes into the hand, and through the hand makes visible the scale of imagination, so that what's left is not the hand, but its testament.
That was me reading a poem about the artist's hand. Here, I'll show you a clip of the Andy Warhol video I created for this class.
Andy Warhol is perhaps the most misunderstood and complex artist in history, even though statements he made about his own work invoked a naive simplicity. This is perhaps why he's so misunderstood. Warhol did not make it easy for people of his time. He didn't explain his work in emotional or historical terms. He was deliberately coy and naive. In the late 1950s, Warhol began devoting more attention to painting, and in 1961 he debuted the concept of pop art, paintings that focused on mass-produced commercial goods. In 1962, he exhibited the now iconic paintings of Campbell's soup cans. These small canvases of works of everyday consumer products created a major stir in the art world, bringing both Warhol and pop art into the national spotlight for the first time. Warhol negated the concept of artistic talent with his pop art works of the 60s. Instead of using the paintbrush, he blew up photographs stolen from newspapers or magazines and used the silkscreen process to make prints on canvas. He basically removed the artist from the process, or in other words, he removed the artist from the romantic belief of what an artist actually is.
And this is a clip of the demonstration video I made for the printmaking blog. Go over the lines that transferred with darker marks, either using a pencil or a marker. And you ladies know what a big fan I am of classroom blogging. Well, in this next class, EDUC 515, Evolving Educational Technologies, I performed a case study all about blogging in the visual arts classroom. I even learned about different ways you could share your blog posts through Flickr and other photo sharing websites to this other website called If This Then That, which automatically posts things to your blog when you use a special hashtag that you create on a recipe for If This Then That. I also learned how beneficial reflective writing through individual student blogs can be, especially for students in retaining new information in their long-term memory. Commenting on other student blogs also acts as a great way for those who are more shy to speak up online and share their critiques with their peers. In EDUC 522, Learning in the 21st Century, we learned all about Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences and developed a 15-day curricular unit plan that used a variety of activities for each intelligence. We also had to match technology to each type of learner. This unit addresses each multiple intelligence so that surely everyone will enjoy and benefit from all the lessons. Here at Princess Academy of Art, we structure our learning environment around Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, and even keep his picture on the wall to remind us that it's not about how smart you are, it's about how you're smart. Here's just one example of an activity I created for musical students like you, Ariel. Balance, rhythm, repetition, unity, contrast, emphasis, and variety, pattern, proportion, movement, the principles of art. Students will get to use this Beat Creator app to make up their own Principle of Art song to help them memorize. Another assignment has students read the lyrics to their favorite song out loud and have a partner record them. Then they will play the real version of that same song to compare how musicians use principles to turn words into music. And finally, EDUC 526, which is our capstone experience of the Digital Teaching and Learning program. You guys are going to love this one, because this is where I did my action research project. You guys may not know this, but Miss J has chickens.
No way!
Ew. Yep, sure do, and I decided to do mine on creating a chicken-friendly urban garden. You know, raising chickens isn't as easy as it looks, because they require a well-balanced diet and a yard for them to freely explore. So for the first thing I did for my action research was create an herb garden. Look at all these herbs. Basil smells so yummy. And then I used all these herbs to make them yummy chicken salads. No, there's no chicken in the salads, but it's just leftovers and all these yummy greens. Before I decided what to plant in my new garden, I had to research all of the different plants and herbs and things that were going to be good or bad for the chickens. For example, echinacea has a lot of health benefits for chickens, plus they're just so pretty for your garden. And these are the sunflowers that I planted, which are good for chickens and they're my favorite flower. I planted oregano, parsley, mint, cilantro, dill, chives, and basil for my herb garden, and echinacea, lavender, sunflowers, zinnias, and Shasta daisies. And not all of them did so well. As you can see, the lavender wasn't very happy. And the lazy daisies, they didn't really show up for the party. Wow, Miss J, we never realized just how much goes into becoming a teacher. Looks like a lot of hard work. Well, ladies, it is a lot of hard work, but you remember all the jobs I had before I was a teacher? Before this program, I already was good at technology, but it was actually going through this digital teaching and learning experience that taught me to actually apply those skills and develop creative activities specialized and differentiated for all types of learners. Obtaining this master's degree has really developed me into a more efficient teacher and equipped to educate students for career and college readiness in the 21st century.